What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to A Different Perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. So one of my fellow viewers and fellow content creators had reached out to me wanting to know my perspective on this singer. Her name is, hold on, let me pull it up. I just had it here. Her name is Amara La Negra. She is an Afro-Latina songwriter or artist, whichever one it is. And she has made the decision to be a single mother. And she's pregnant currently. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. She was on the talk show, and they were doing a little interview via webcam or whatever. I'm not going to play the video itself, but I will put up screenshots, images from the episode, so y'all can check out the video. I will have it down, linked in the description box below. But let's go ahead and check this out. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Wow, I love how transparent you've been. You actually revealed that you're going to be a single mom by choice. But I want to help women understand, what does that mean when you say a single mom by choice, and how did you come to that decision?
Well, sometimes you have to make the whatever decisions you think is going to be best for your child.
Y'all hear that? This woman thinks that deciding to be a single mother is going to be a decision that is best for the child. If anything, I think majority of people, logical thinkers, know that choosing to be a single parent is not the best idea. It's the opposite of the best idea.
And things didn't happen the way that I planned. I'm kind of corny, and I really believe, I guess, in marriage and just doing things step by step.
Corny at all.
It didn't happen in the order that I wanted, but
Sure.
that's part of life. Things don't always happen the way that you plan. It doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. I'm still a young woman. I'll still have many opportunities to find a good man, and who knows what the future holds. But at this
Listen to her. She think that by her still deciding to be a single mother, mind you, she's pregnant with twins. She got 2 on the way. She thinks, I don't know where she got this delusion from, she thinks that she still has plenty of opportunities to find a good man. Now, truth be told, when you have kids, your options dwindle a bit. Not to say that it's impossible, but you just don't have as many options as you would have had you been a woman with no kids. That's just the truth.
Moment, mama has to do it by herself. My mom did it by herself, and she raised me, and I'm fabulous. Okay?
I hear that.
Pull through.
I hear that. But when you say single mother by choice, I know that I have so many friends that are single and they still want to be mothers. I'm sure that they would be so inspired by your journey. How did you go about this? Did you look into fertility treatments? How did you go about it?
No, I was in a relationship. We were in a relationship for about a year. And, once the babies came along, things happen. Long distance relationships sometimes can be very difficult. Yeah. And there was just a whole bunch of things happening at the same time. That's why I'm who knows what the future holds. But at the moment when I saw that it was unstable, I said, look, I don't want to bring any type of traumas to my babies. I don't want to bring any type of emotional. So I think it's best that we go our separate ways. Yeah. And maybe, let's see, maybe I will have you involved in their lives somehow, because I also don't want to repeat the cycle of the broken home either. So I do want him to be part of their lives. So it's just a process. You have to think it through. There's no guidebook on how to be a mother.
Man. Wow, she said a lot there. Woo! Where do I start? Let's talk about the fact that she said, there was some troubles in the relationship. Well, hell, anybody that's married, they will tell you that the troubles that you face as a married couple may trump some of those as a single couple, right? A couple that's unmarried is what I'm saying when I say single couple. Now, I don't know how bad these troubles were that was in her relationship, but if those are things that may pop up for her later on, if she does decide to get married, then what is she gonna do? Just decide to get a divorce rather than work through those things? It's already a red flag. It already seems like a red flag to be so quick to want to end a relationship that's unstable when there's kids on the way, rather than working out what those differences are. Because mind you, she was pregnant by this individual twice from what I understand. Now, also think about the fact that she said that her mother did it on her own and she came out okay. Truth be told, if she came out so great, I don't think she would be making the decision to be a single parent, to choose to be a single parent. Now let's break that down a bit, because I had to think long and hard about what it is to be a single parent. And I think we kind of need to change the narrative up a bit in regards to what that statement is, because I see it like this: whether you're a male or a female and you're raising kids, if the person that you brought these kids into this world with is a part of your children's life, then you are not necessarily a single parent. You're just a parent that is single. Hear that again. You are a parent that is single, meaning that you're not in a relationship with the mother or father of your child, but they are active members in your child's life. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a single parent. To me, when I hear single parent, I'm thinking someone who is doing it all by themselves. That's exactly what my mother did. My mother said, I'm going to be a single parent, and she did just that. She raised me by herself with no help from a man. She never even got into a relationship. She was 100% a single mother. I'm not entirely sure that this woman here understands everything that she's saying in the way that she's saying it, because words have meanings. She's saying that she's following in the footsteps of her mom, and I don't think her mom necessarily wanted to be a single mother. It just kind of happened that way.
Sometimes can be very difficult, and there was just like a whole bunch of things happening at the same time. That's why I'm like, who knows what the future holds. But at the moment when I saw that it was unstable, I said, look, I don't want to bring any type of traumas to my babies. I don't want to bring any type of emotional. So I think it's best that we go our separate ways.
Pause, because it's understandable what it is that she's trying to do. She's trying to protect her kids from what she feels is the inevitable when it comes to the dynamic between her and the father of these kids. Mind you, she says she's trying to save them from any potential trauma, but at the same time, she's not realizing that she's creating instant trauma by the decision that she made. To go back to that, she's really not making a decision to be a single mother. That's really not the decision she's making. The decision she made was to leave that situation that she was in, that relationship. That was the decision that she made. And because of that choice, the byproduct was that she was about to be a single mother. She's not making the decision to be a single mother. The byproduct of her leaving that relationship is her becoming a single mother. I'm pretty sure she would want to get into another relationship, meaning she won't necessarily be a single mother.
Absolutely. Now, we know you and your mom are very close, but she wasn't initially on board with your pregnancy news. How is she feeling about it now?
Oh, first of all, these are her kids. That's the most important part, okay? I'm over here just having the babies for her, so I'm like, okay. But in the beginning, I think it wasn't that she wasn't excited. It was more that she was concerned, and more of the, how mothers have really high, especially coming from an immigrant household, they have these high expectations for all the things that you're going to become and do and da-da-da-da. Yeah. And it was like, are you sure? Like, what are you doing? And, she still thinks I'm like 15. I feel like I was 15. I'm like, I'm a grown woman. I should be able to have a child whenever I'm ready.
You see that, and she grew up without her father in her life, and when I would think that maybe if she had a father figure in her life, that she wouldn't be making this decision right now. She probably would have waited it out as long as it needed to be in order for her to find a man, settle down, get married, and then have kids. She's taking the backwards approach. Having the kids, then find the man, then settling down to get married. She's taking the backwards approach, because what if that man, maybe she will be up for it, but what if that man decides, hell, I want my own kids, or I want to have kids with you, and after her pregnancy, because we don't know, she don't know, what's the outcome going to be like. She may not want to have any more kids.
Yeah, but she's been great, and she's been my biggest support system, and I'm so grateful to have her.
And think about that too. So here you have your mother, who you was idolizing when it came to, being a single mom, telling you, hey, you sure you want to do this? She was probably advising her, be like, hey, babe, look, it wasn't the best situation for me. I know you turned out okay, decent, you're successful or whatnot, but I don't advise you to do this. So she's still, hey, I'm a grown woman, I'm going to do what I want.
That's so cool.
That is wonderful.
I'm at the space where I'm like, look, my life is not perfect. You know, it looks so much better on the Instagram, you know, when you Photoshop everything, but that's not necessarily reality all the time.
Right.
It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter, none of that. You still struggle. You still get depressed. You still cry at nighttime in the shower. Like, and I just wanted to show that, you know, my father hasn't been in my life. I have daddy issues to a certain extent. I have weight issues. I have all types of issues. And I'm just trying to get my life together and become the best success story of myself that I can be. But
now you hear her, you know, running off saying all these different issues that she's currently dealing with. I would think that it would be so much more wise to get those issues resolved, to get those issues dealt with, than to try to bring some kids into this world, and them kids also may develop some of them same issues. I saw it in my own household. My mother had all types of issues, and those issues rubbed off on me as well. So I'm sorry, but I don't disagree. Now, mind you, this though, it's too late. She's already made this choice to have these kids without being married, without the father necessarily being a part of these kids' lives. She already made that choice. So what can be done moving forward that will be positive in regards to the upbringing and the well-being of these kids, right? Amara, I believe that's her name. If you're listening, please, young lady, please have some sort of father figure around, some sort of male role models, active members in these kids' lives, because the role and position of a man in a child's life is so important. It's so important in the upbringing of that child. So much so that it's been proven that kids raised by a single father, not just a two-parent household, but by a single father, usually having better outcome in life than that of kids raised by a single, mother. And you would think, well, that math might not add up because there's far more single women, single mothers, than there are single fathers. That part doesn't matter. The outcome of that child, of the children in whole, in their entirety, that's what really matters. Those kids gonna need some type of representation of a male role model in their life, rather it's a uncle, a close family member, or a friend, or one of those Big Brother programs, something. I got buddies that are in those Big Brother programs to be big brothers to kids that either don't have big brothers or don't have father figures in their lives. And their role is very important in those kids' upbringing. But yeah, that's it, you guys. That's all I wanted to say in this matter. I know y'all gonna have y'all thoughts and opinions. Please leave them in the comment section down below. Y'all know what time it is. Like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, you can follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. See ya.